it was Litecoin that was the first to respond to Bitcoin price growth and showed the best result from the top 10 coins. The tip of the iceberg of the plan to take money from people, the demand for privacy. Every coin on the list has strong support and a solid foundation, then Dogecoin is the one we just love. Welcome to the Coin Post. I told you several times about the possibility of a global scam in the cryptocurrency market, and that only Bitcoin and a few other altcoins will be able to get through it. So today, I want to talk about the first 4 coins that I think deserve to stay with us forever, and their price will certainly reward their owners. Make sure that no one is distracting you, and check if you're subscribed to the channel, please. Let's start. Litecoin, the digital silver or Bitcoin's younger brother, was officially created by Charlie Lee. According to some people, Charlie Lee is Satoshi Nakamoto, which he of course denies. And what's actually true is the updates like SegWit and Lightning Network in the Litecoin blockchain first. It was kind of test ground for Bitcoin, and who's long been on the cryptocurrency market should have noticed that Litecoin and Bitcoin prices are very closely correlated. And sometimes the Litecoin rate is even slightly ahead, and it's used to predict the future Bitcoin price. By the way, it was Litecoin that was the first to respond to Bitcoin price growth and showed the best result from the top 10 coins. So the rate kicked off from $46 and went up to $60, after which it rolled back a bit. Based on the theory that the Litecoin price is always slightly higher, it's possible that the Bitcoin price has not yet reached its final point. In 2018, Litecoin experienced a number of problems, as there was an unsuccessful attempt to release its own payment card, and developers were also blamed for unfulfilled promises. This was backed up by GitHub statistics, where it looked like Charlie Lee and his entire team were on long-term leave. But in 2020, the brand-name debit card was launched, though from a second attempt. And this winter it's expected to launch a test network in which Litecoin will have private transactions using the Mimblewimble protocol. And the fact that GitHub showed no activity, they explained it by the fact that because it's a fork of Bitcoin, their developers are working on improving Bitcoin in the first place. Then they just adapt them to a digital silver blockchain. But the most important advantage of Litecoin, though it's a purely subjective parameter, is the level of trust it has among miners and users. If any coin has a higher level, then it's only Bitcoin. That's why Litecoin topped the list of coins that have to survive. And next we have 3 more candidates. The anonymous cryptocurrency Monero takes second place on our list. And if we look at the chart, it's probably the only old-school coin on the market with the exchange rate that exceeded the 2019 summer price. Even Bitcoin couldn't do it yet, although it's very close. It's a great sign to be back in the top 10 by capitalization. Today, owning private cryptocurrencies is getting a little unsafe. Remember all these attacks by regulators on stablecoins because they wanted their users to be strictly licensed. Then on the cryptocurrency exchanges, especially BitMEX and Bitfinex, they have problems with the US authorities now. Private coins got hit too. In Japan they were removed from the market altogether. But the demand for Monero is growing, and it's not going anywhere, because they have always been and will be those who want to keep their privacy. Monero has a very stubborn and efficient development team. They confront ASIC miners entering the market, as they update their algorithm regularly, as well as the attacks of various analytics companies like Chainalysis, which likes collaborating with the state. But the essence of hiding transactions in Monero is so simple, it's about circle subscription, and there's no way to find a loophole to hack it. And in response to all the attempts to trace transactions, developers just increase their privacy. With the rise of digital government currencies, that is actually the tip of the iceberg of the plan to take money from people. The demand for privacy will keep growing, and Monero, in my mind, has the best one. Bitcoin Cash takes the 3rd place, which, if I had my way, would have never got here. It's a paradox, really. It's just that I'm against Bitcoin hard forks, like when a new cryptocurrency comes out of thin air and then it gets a price. and Bitcoin Cash was the first of them, becoming the forefather of a whole series of Bitcoin clones. But even though I don't approve of this coin, it shows remarkable survival and, as a consequence, has the right to be on this list. See for yourself. Almost all the Bitcoin clones that appeared as a result of the hard fork are gone. If you look at the top 100 cryptocurrencies by capitalization, you can see Bitcoin Gold at number 77, and Bitcoin Diamond at number 92, and all the other clones fell down the list, if not at all disappeared. And the reason is that they were originally dead because they had no community support, and it looked like a blatant attempt to make more money fast. In contrast, Bitcoin Cash, though made its developers rich, was still a haven for those who refused to activate SegWit and keep the block size limit in Bitcoin. Even though I disapprove of this ideology, Bitcoin Cash had it, and it remains today. Using various and sometimes controversial methods, hello to Roger Vera, the very first Bitcoin hard fork is still successful and has strong support. It wasn't even destroyed by the split when Bitcoin SV forked away, initiated by fake Toshi Craig Wright. And while the second has a decent financial backing from billionaire Calvin Ayre, it's clear that Bitcoin Cash is winning the war. And I also think that they will win the next partition too, which has been announced on November 15th. The Bitcoin ABC development group believes that miners should give them a share of their income and therefore they need another Bitcoin Cash. But most of the community didn't support this idea. By the way, such forks often lead to short-term price increase right before the event, because everyone wants free coins. But it's not a financial recommendation, it's just my observation, and we're moving on. And finally we have Dogecoin, because one Doge is always one Doge. Well, I'm kidding. So the reason the coin is on the list is that while every coin on the list has strong support and a solid foundation, then Dogecoin is the one we just love. It's a kind of innocent and unconditional love, which at the same time brings some pretty good profit, as was in May 2017, September 2018 or July 2020. At almost any moment, Doge can turn against the market or overtake it substantially. Yes, Elon Musk himself writes about it on his Twitter. Do you need more proof? Also, to illustrate that Doge is doing just fine, even though it's a cryptocurrency meme, and it has every reason to have a long, beautiful life, let's take a look at the hash rate charts and transaction numbers. As you can see, the miners stay with Dogecoin, and users are using it more this year. We will definitely continue the list, but if you don't want to miss anything, subscribe to the channel please and ring the bell. And that's it for today. Thanks for watching. It's the Coin Post channel. Subscribe and get enlightened.